I'm Ed Tankard. I came to be here out of passion for the industry. My accountant likes to say I'm the last man standing. My family's been doing it a while, but I'm here now by myself as a result of my interest in the business and my desire to sort of increase the size and scope of it. So the nursery's been around since the 30s. It started really, my grandfather was growing produce here. He did well at that, and he shipped up and down the East Coast his own produce. His brother got him into the plant business, and then we really got into that in earnest in the 40s. The history has always had a lot of the landscape side to it. However, we had a period of time where we grew a lot of azaleas and a lot of stuff for retail trade, but we really don't have that type of nursery anymore. It's all dedicated to a landscape trade. Kayla and I saw you at Cultivate and a couple talks, and they resonated with us. They made good sense, they were commonsensical, and they applied to what we're trying to do here. So that's why we ended up calling you. We've been in a growth mode, and we want to continue to grow. Once you get to a certain point, sales becomes even more important. You really have to have a sales force that can lead you to the right marketplace and sell that which you have. My issues, I think, is I still don't want to be throwing away plants. I mean, I want to sell what we grow. I think you're going to help us in the fact that our sales and our team will kind of understand that sales, as you've said, and I think you're right, is the beginning and the end. And in between is that production, but the production has to be geared to what can sell and what will sell in the future. Maybe like others, I find myself at times doubtful of people who are so-called professionals or consultants. You know, they were consultant. Oftentimes I've experienced it's more about a scam. You know, sometimes consultants aren't always what you need. Again, that seeing you at Cultivate helped me to understand, okay, this fella understands our industry. You know, I've seen friends bring in folks who are not versed in our industry, but are consultants, and I just don't feel like they're that effective at reinventing the wheel. You know, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. Struggles that we've had are, again, that interface between sales and production. If production can be more sensitive needs of sales, I think we'll be more efficient and we'll increase our profit margin, and I think we'll have a happier nursery. You know, a happy nursery oftentimes is a nursery that's selling plants. People like to sell plants. If you're growing plants and you're looking at them, it's not that fun. Why we need to focus on sales right now and what you're sort of helping us with is, I think we're in an inflection point that we have to understand our opportunities and also understand our liabilities, you know, and our risks. As you get bigger, both also get bigger, risks and opportunities, and you need to balance them out. You know, the biggest thing I find that you've helped us with today in particular is communication. We have had points in time where we have not communicated as well as we should, and I think we need more structure in the communication between sales and production. I think what I'm hoping to walk away with is a structure by which sales and production can communicate. Also, I think I'd like the idea of I can have employees or folks on my team, I should say, that are improving themselves and improving their skill set. So, you know, seeing some of the interaction today and some of the young ladies who have not had sales training, have not had the opportunity to maybe take some of these classes at Cultivate and different things, the knowledge that they're gaining, I think, is important to them. Further their career, whether they stay with me or go on somewhere else. I would certainly recommend Taproots to another nursery, yes. You know, in our industry, the businesses that Taproots would be most effective with a relationship would be a nursery that is trying to improve itself and is sincerely committed to improvement. I think that almost any of us can reflect and have someone as a third party come give us some ideas that are fresh and new. We are all out in these rural areas that we don't have a chance to really think about new ideas as well as we should. I would say don't be scared. You can't know but so much as a young person, and that take every opportunity you can to learn. I mean, why not? It might be some money in the short run, but most oftentimes learning costs money. And you learn lessons by experience or through other people's experiences. And so it seems to me that Taproots has a lot of experience with other nurseries. And so investing in Taproots because it's a worthwhile endeavor of learning.
My name is Betsy Gagnon, and I work here at Tankard Nurseries. I've been here for just about 23 years now. Tankard Nurseries is located on the eastern shore of Virginia in a town called Exmoor. Started out in 1933. It's been a family-owned business since 1933, currently run by the third generation, Ed Tankard. Actually, we found out about Taproots through one of our employees. She attended one of the sessions you participated in at Cultivate last year. And she's like, we need to bring this guy in. What attracted us to Taproots was we've really been thinking about our sales lately, how we can grow that and expand. And we had a sales staff that is eager to learn, wants to get new skills to improve on what we've been doing currently. Doubts when hiring a consultant. Generally, you worry that they're going to charge way too much money, that you're not going to get what you paid for, that they're going to offer maybe solutions that are going to cost you lots of time and money in the end. But that's not been the case with Taproots, where Rain offers lots of simple things you can change that would have a big impact and not cost a lot of time or money. Conversation that really got it going, I think Ed Tankard, the owner, is really interested in growing the business and how we can expand our sales, what we can do better as a team. For us, the discovery process started with a phone conversation with the owner of our company. He pulled me in on the phone call. We met with Rain. He told us about what to expect. He provided testimonials to what he had accomplished so far, showed us his resume and his experience, and then we just began with sending in a completed application. And within a few weeks, we set up and doing Zoom phone calls with the team. And within a month, he was out visiting here at the nursery for a 2-day visit, working with everyone, having workshops, touring the nursery, observing how we do the things we do. Issues that we've been dealing with here at the nursery are general communication issues between different departments, dealing with inventory issues. Inventory is a huge problem all the time in various different ways. How to interact and bring on new customers. The charge to do sales coaching for us was we had a team that we felt was great at customer service. They're doing a good job taking care of their customers, but didn't come from a sales background, had no formal sales training, and thought there were skills that we could pick up that would help us improve our sales process and help us develop a sales program, which we did not have in place. It's been a long-going concern of ours. We previously had outside sales reps only, and decided for us what would work best is having an in-house sales team. Somebody that's here directly with the plants that can tell you firsthand what's going on here at the nursery, that is promoting just us and not multiple companies. But we did not have a trained, experienced sales team here. We got people that care about the nursery, that care about their customers, but just lacked the sales experience. So far, we participated in workshops the last 2 days, which were very insightful, I think, to everyone, and has really got us thinking about our processes and things we may be able to do differently, things we could improve upon. I think we've had a couple of Zoom calls where Rain is asking, again, deep, thoughtful questions, getting us to think. I think right now it's got everyone engaged and thinking about this process all together. We're brainstorming, what can we do, how can we do what Rain said and improve this, or different things that we can all work together on. For us, the biggest takeaway is it's really, it's been so refreshing to have this second set of eyes on what we do, and maybe things that we don't think about every day. We've just been doing them the way we've been doing them for years. But to have somebody be like, have you ever thought about doing this? You know, I'm like, wait a minute, yeah, we could do that. It's just really helpful to have that second set of eyes from picking up from all of their experience. Taproots, I really see it being useful for other production nurseries like ours. I could see this being useful for anybody in our green business, really. Sales applies to so many of us, but he also has a production background, which could be very helpful as well. I would say issues with production, sales, processes, operations. Really, there's a million reasons to call Rain. Don't worry about it, just do it. You're going to be so glad you did that it gives you hope on the first day, encouragement for what could be. Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's definitely been worth the investment so far. You've given us a lot of good ideas, things that we can continue to build on and continue improving.